What is up, members of the No Bot Zone CFM? This is the professor coming at you with the Week 8 edition of the Prof's Corner. Guys, Week 8 was a good week. Week 9 going to be a hot corner, so look out for that one later on, hopefully tonight. But the Week 8 corner coming at you here. A lot of good games. We're going to get through those, and hopefully you guys enjoy this one. So the first game that we're going to talk about, the student may have officially become the teacher here, guys. We've got the Packers with Harp taking on new Cardinal owner Ragusa. And the Packers would take this one 36-29. Harp used a little mixture of pistol strong slot and pistol spread. So a little variation on what they've been doing out of that offense. I really like what Harp is doing here. And Harp put up big passing numbers in this one. 382 and 3 touchdowns with Justin Fields. That is going to be really hard to stop. Again, the more those guys are going to be able to pass, and you got to try to account for both, that triple option plus a passing attack, the more they can combine those two things, the harder they're going to be to stop. And that's a scary thought if Justin Fields is going for 382 yards in this one. Also, Patrick Mahomes, the first game Ragusa was using Patrick, a little bit different than the type of quarterback he typically uses. He threw for 242 yards, but impressively on only 6 completions. So that's 40 yards per completion. Pretty impressive there. Great game from these guys. All right, moving on. We've got the Colts versus the Titans. The Colts continue to be on fire. 590 offensive yards in this one. Tannehill led the charge on that one. 486 yards, 5 touchdowns. And now I had to look his name up. I went on to Google to figure this out. The running back for the Colts, his name is Kenna Wangu. Wild name. All right. Dude went off in this one. 122 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, 9 catches, 151 yards, 3 touchdowns. This guy might be the new Isaiah McKenzie there, Reezy. He's putting up those types of numbers. Really, really impressive. Zach Wilson, I know Majors called him a turnover machine a couple of times. He really was in this one. Wilson throws 8 INTs. So the fact that 8 interceptions were thrown on the Tennessee side and they still didn't get blown out terribly means there were some good things going there. So I think we're going to see, now that Major has keyed in on offense, I think we're going to see a more efficient Zach Wilson moving forward. Colts, man, impressive. Really, really impressive. We'll see what happens with him moving forward, but he's looking like a force in the AFC East. AFC North. Moving on. The bunch tight end Baron, the Lord Boot Overbot, the middle linebacker maestro. I've been telling him for weeks. There's demons out there, buddy. They're going to know how to stop your offense. And then EA patched him, so that didn't help either. But there's guys out there that are better. There just are. The CFM is too deep to talk shit. The best players in our CFM don't talk shit because they know there's other demons out there. No one's ever going undefeated in this thing. There are too many good players. So he steps into this game against Chase. Chase does what Chase does, guys. Chase is awesome. Chase's U-Trips is phenomenal. He's a great defensive player. And he gets it done in this one. Sam Darnold, 252 yards, 4 touchdowns. And Chase is looking like a force once again. Browns we'll get to in week 9. It's coming. Now, guys, I got to ask a question. Is Stone Mountain dead? Because we rolled up in there. And we got it done in a big way, boys. 42-19. Eagles over the Lions, and Reezy, the purest passer in CFM history. Guys, Jordan Love was efficient in this one. 262, 4 touchdowns. Aaron Jones got it done on the ground. 107 yards and a touchdown. And we hit TDs to Shark, to Diggs, and to Beckham. We spread it around. We looked good. Now, we got off to a hard start that was helped out by the fact that somehow Reezy's third string running back was playing quarterback on the first drive. Not really sure what happened there. Aaron Rodgers had a fluky injury, so Godgers showed up in his place. So we were in a good place to start. Reezy brings it back. It's 14-13 at halftime. And then Grant Delpit makes this unreal play.
He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
So yeah, obviously a little fluky, but as Scacco says, this is why we draft the big guys. Grant Delpit, 6'3", and he can jump. Jumps up there, knocks the pass, and my linebacker was there to pick it off, and we take the lead. Now, later on, we get another turnover, and then this pass was really the nail in the coffin as Jordan Love sends a laser to Odell Beckham.
Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
All right, guys, the Eagles come out of that one, and we stay undefeated through week 8. I'm sure all that did was light a fire under Reezy, so look for more pure passing coming your way out of the Lions and Aaron Rodgers. 49ers at the Bears. Guys, the 49ers take this one 34-21. Niners in control throughout most of this one, but the Bears outgained the Niners 349-211. Again, this is going to go back to, cut down the turnovers, because that's going to always be the thing. If a guy outgains a guy by that much, it's always the turnover battle that's lost. So Allen throws 318 yards, but throws two INTs, and he throws one that was a pick six. So again, that's going to make a difference in the score. The 49ers stay alive in that very, very competitive NFC West. The Bears dropped to 3-5, and it's going to be tough moving forward for them, as the next team that comes to town is chasing the Steelers. The NFC North is a very competitive division, as we've said before, but it looks like the Lions are going to be firmly in control of that one moving forward. Even coming off the loss, it still has the best record in the division. Dolphins at the Bills, 42-21. Very close game in the first half. Bills put the hammer down, pull away in the second half. Guys, I talk about this all the time with the Dolphins. It's only a matter of time until he starts winning games, and a lot of times it's late that he loses these games. But a pretty wild stat. Since week 4, the Dolphins have outgained their opponents 1,730 yards to 1,402 yards. So the offense is most definitely there. The defense needs to show up a little bit more than it has, and we got to cut down on the turnovers when they matter. Bills looking good in this one. Again, that pistol attack, and Kyler Murray looking very, very dangerous for the new Bills owner. I believe he human joysticks in your third week or so, second or third week here in week 8. So next game, Pats versus Chargers, 45-7. Desmond and the Pats remain undefeated. He is dominant in this one. Danny Dimes goes for 250 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 rush TD. Outside of Josh Allen, I don't know that there's a better quarterback to develop in CFM than Danny Dimes, because he has speed. He's got enough throw power. He's going to be really dangerous once he has the abilities that Desmond wants him to have. And then Desmond's switching up the offenses because he was also a bunch of tight end guy. And the offense that he's working on, he's going to be good in. So this is going to be real dangerous once you see Danny Dimes with the abilities that Dez wants to have. And as always, really good on defense. Limited his opponent to 124 total yards and forced 4 turnovers in this one. Pats looking like they're going to make a deep run once again. Seahawks versus Jags. Scacco and the Seahawks might be the hottest team in the CFM outside of the teams that are undefeated. He takes this one over the Jags, my most underrated player in the CFM, 49-22. Brady continues to be on a tear, 415 yards, 4 touchdowns. But again, Scacco's usually a very good offensive player, usually struggles a little bit on defense. Defensively, he was great in this one. Held Jags to 9 of 21 passing, forced 5 interceptions, and you can see some of the defensive dominance in these clips here.
A 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well, so this is a team that has a lot of things working in there. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up. We saw another example of it there. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Connor Duggar who picks it.
All right, guys, as I said, Scacco's scary good right now, and he is going to continue to lead that NFC West until somebody else can figure out how to slow him down. Broncos at the Washington football team. This was a very even game across the board. Broncos pulled it out 36-29. One really interesting stat from this game on both sides. So Jalen Waddle led the team with 180 yards. This is for the Washington football team. And no one else had over 75 yards. Now, the guy who had 75 yards did it on one catch. Flip that to the Broncos. The Broncos, DeAndre Hopkins had 129 yards. Nobody else had over 58 yards. And the guy who had 58 yards also did it on one catch. Kind of wild. Had to be a game of big plays that when they were moving the ball. Interesting when so much of the offenses ran through one guy. So I just thought that was really interesting stat that on both sides of the ball, that was the case. Good game there. All right, we've got the Bucks versus the Saints. The Bucks take this one 80-21. Saints was laggy. I know that was a problem because I think it was a little tighter in on the first half. But guys, at the end of the day, speed kills. Anthony Schwartz, six catches, 257 yards, 3 touchdowns. Will Fuller, 5 catches, 232 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, I mentioned this to Bucks after the game. I was like, I didn't remember you having Anthony Schwartz. He goes, I just didn't know how to use him. Bro, he's got 97 speed. You can streak him, post him. I mean, whatever. There is no, I don't know how to use speed. Speed kills in CFM. He figured it out. It's going to be dangerous moving forward. Chiefs at the Giants. Guys, this is the last game that we're going to talk about for the week. No one wanted to play defense in this one. 400-plus yards on both sides of the ball. Obviously, a score fest at 41-36. Chiefs taking this one. Chiefs goes for an absurd 30 of 32 for 440 yards and 6 TDs with Tyree Jackson. I'm going to blame Reezy for that one. If you know, you know. So, not only does he do that, Jamar Chase is dominant. He does most of the damage, going 8 catches, 206 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Chiefs get back to 500 here and now look to make a run in the AFC to get to the playoffs. Guys, that is all I have for week 8 of the corner. Look forward to week 9, guys. It's going to be a good one. Hopefully we'll be out sometime tonight. Peace.